Megillat Esther, if you put the two words together, Megillat Esther means to reveal the hidden. You're meant to reveal all the hidden potential that you have in you. That's your Megillat Esther, my Megillat Esther. We all are a Megillat Esther. The point is to reveal that which is hidden in me. That which what God created me to come and fulfill. That's my mission in life. That's my job in life. And there's a book that's going to be written based on my achievements. It says in Pirkei Avot that your actions are written in a book. That's my Megillah. We all have a Megillah. We're all precious to Hashem, just like a Torah has 600,000 letters according to the Zohar, and if one letter would be cracked in a way that makes it invalid, the entire Sefer Torah is invalid. Each and every one of our stories are part of the Jewish story. And if one is missing, then something's missing from the totality of the Jewish story. And so we have our own Megillah that we're in the middle of writing right now. And we have to bring out all that which is hidden within us. And I want to share a personal story, since this is what it's all about. And I invite you to have a few l'chaims and experience your personal stories and try to find the hidden light, the hidden hand of God in your personal stories. Because if you can find God in your life yesterday, then you can certainly, hopefully, will find Him tomorrow as well. So we have to do that. We have to look at our own stories and see how God has been with us, how God has been helping us, and strengthen our faith to know that He will be with us and He will save us in our coming struggles as well. So I'll share with you a personal story that seems to show a bit of the contradiction of the Purim story. How can the Jews go to a party that's celebrating the non-building of a Beis HaMikdash, that's profaning the vessels of the Beis HaMikdash? How could they go there and have a good time? So let me take you back about 30 years. I think about 40 years. No, 30 years. So I grew up, thankfully, in a traditional Sephardi type of family. It wasn't a family that expressed the details of halacha, but it was a family that understood that we were Jewish and we participated in holidays. We did go to synagogue. We sometimes went to a conservative synagogue. Sometimes we preferred going to the beach. Sometimes we preferred watching a movie. But we were somewhat involved. I remember the Paysach Seder. It was a big competition at the Passover Seder because we had to do the Seder because, our parents said we have to do it. And we were Sephardi, so we were at least externally traditional. But there was a competition because, they were good TV shows. Mm-hmm. So I still remember we would start off with good spirits. We were enthusiastic to read the stories, and it got boring. And so at a certain point, it went into fast forward. Okay, Baruch Atah Hashem Zaroa, Baruch Hashem Karpas, eat the meat, let's go to the movies. We had the express Passover Seder. Now, I'm not coming here to confess my sins. I'm not expecting you to be my priest. It's not even our thing anyway, but I'm just sharing you some of my personal experiences. And here's the point I want to really focus on. I just want you to appreciate where I'm coming from. A 16-year-old mature adult has a big world out there. The last place he's looking for is the Beis Medrash, the synagogue, and the last thing he's unfortunately interested in many cases is the shidduch suggestion that his great aunt has that's waiting for him in Brooklyn. So, Hamavin Yavin, and let's continue to the main point of the story. So now, here's the thing. There was a little bit of a light in my darkness, in my world, a little bit of a light. One summer, we went to visit our grandparents. Now, we had good fortune, not knowing it at the time, but the great fortune, actually, that my grandparents lived exactly across the street from Rav Shmuel Birnbaum, who was, Zatzal, the Rosh Hashiva of the Mir Shiva of Brooklyn. I saw this man with a white beard, angelic, walking down the street, right across I watched him every day. It seemed, when we went to visit. We had neighbors that were all religious, religious Orthodox Jews, and one very nice neighbor saw me and my brothers. I have a twin, and then there was a younger brother, 2 years younger. So he saw the three of us running around like a bunch of behemoths. To translate that into English, we were running around like savages. How savagely can we be at 10 years old? But we were running around, and he saw these three kids, and he knew we were Jewish, and he said, wow, what a shame. They're running around with nothing, no purpose, no nothing, no direction. And unfortunately, their parents can't even help them in this context, in this situation. So what did he do? He came to my parents, and he suggested that, why don't you send your kids to a summer camp? Send them to camp. I know a very nice camp. They'll have a good time. Anyway, you're busy working all summer, very busy with a seasonal business. You have no time. So send them for a month away to camp, and while you're busy working, and everyone will be happy. And of course, what's the first question my parents asked? What's the hashgacha? They didn't ask what's the hashgacha. They asked, of course, like any Jewish parents are going to ask, how much does it cost?
Right.
So this man was very smart. We were officially the first Kiruv campers before there was a such thing as Kiruv camp. He said, it's free. Just decide to send them and it'll all be taken care of. So of course my parents can we sign him up for multiple years? We're set, let's do this. So we were sent to this unbelievable camp called Camp Magen Avraham. And we learned what Judaism was. We learned how to pray. We learned how to read Hebrew. We learned how to pray. We even learned Mishnayos. And when we started, it was all hard. But after a couple of years, because we did take the multiple year free package, and after a couple of years, we actually were learning Mishnayos. At one point, we even got one of those books they give out when you win a Mishnayos contest. All that from the summer camp. Fast forward to the hardships of America and all of the different things you're running after, fame, fortune, and so on. So here I am, no longer a trace of any Jewish practice, right? Looks like the end of a sad story, but it's not the end. As we said, there is no end to the Jewish story. So here I am. It's a Saturday, not a Shabbos, not a Shabbat. It's a Saturday, and I'm about to shave because I wanted to look, nice and clean shaven with a nice suntan, get that nice smooth shave. I'm about to shave, and I tell myself, this is ridiculous. I can't do this. Something in me said, this doesn't make any sense. And I thought to myself, look, I have 6 other days of the week to shave. That's not an Aveira. I'm going to shave on Saturday, which is, I know it's an Aveira because I learned in camp that you're not allowed to shave on Saturday. I'm going to shave now on Saturday when I have 6 other days. That's what I know now to be chutzpah. I didn't know the word chutzpah then, but I can't do that. And I didn't do that. Now, what contradiction I was living in. We don't have to get into the details. I was goyish. I was a guy on the outside. Here I was in that sinking ship, so to speak, dying a slow death, what would have appeared to be dying a slow death, a painfully slow death for the soul. And I said, I'm not going to shave on Saturday. We all are a walking story like that. We all have our moments, our difficulties, and our triumphs. We all have that. Because again, Hashem is with us and will never leave us, and the soul inside will never die, and we're all going to make it. But thank God we're here, but there are many that have not made it. And we have to remember them and think for them and do for them and know that people need our help out there, and we have to know that if Hashem helped us to get where we are, we have a strength to go back and help others to also make it here. If we can't go out and do something physically, we can daven for them.